Campaign 2024, North Carolina remains at the center of the race for president today as Vice President Kamala Harris made a campaign stop in Raleigh. Harris gave a speech focused on our economy, outlining her plan to keep the cost of living down for Americans. WBTV's chief investigative reporter Nick Oxner was in Raleigh for today's event.
A crowd packed into this room here at a Wake Tech Community College campus in Raleigh on Friday afternoon, all to cheer on Vice President Kamala Harris. Ahead of the Vice President taking the stage this afternoon, the crowd heard from Democratic candidate for governor Josh Stein, current Democratic Governor Roy Cooper, who was briefly speculated to be a front-runner for the vice presidential nomination that ultimately went to Minnesota Governor Tim Walz. But the main focus of this event today, and the focus of all the people who spoke before the vice president, was on the economy. We'd been anticipating a major policy speech from the vice president today, and that's what she delivered, outlining her new plan to improve the economy and tackle the issue specifically of housing, introducing new policies for the first time since being the official Democratic nominee for president. Take a listen at some of what she had to say.
Oh, it's good to be back in North Carolina. Oh, it's good to see you. I know how to fight for people who are being exploited in the housing market. And I know what home ownership means. It's more than a financial transaction. It's so much more than that. It's more than a house. Home ownership and what that means, it's a symbol of the pride that comes with hard work. It's financial security. It represents what you will be able to do for your children. And sadly, right now, it is out of reach for far too many American families.
And again, it's worth noting this is the vice president's 8th visit to North Carolina just this year. In fact, Governor Cooper highlighted this is her 16th visit to North Carolina since being vice president. Again, further underscoring just how important North Carolina is both to the Harris-Walz campaign as well as to the election in general, when you consider that former President Donald Trump also in the state just days ago. For now, reporting in Raleigh, Nick Oxner, WBTV, on your side.
Nick, thank you. The vice president's visit to the Tar Heel state comes on the heels of a new poll revealing Harris has a slight lead over former President Donald Trump in North Carolina. The poll from the Cook Political Report shows Harris leading Trump 48 to 47% in a head-to-head matchup, certainly well within the margin of error.